What's up, guys? Matthew, getting ready to watch Season 1, Episode 6 of Silo, last episode. Again, it's my favorite part about watching a mystery box show is, yeah, we'll get an answer, we'll maybe get 2 answers, but we're gonna get 83 more questions, or at least 83 more hints to ways that we can find answers, if that makes any sense. We've got, the two weird laws in the pact with magnification and the up and down shit. We got like a weird janitorial door and shit. We got so much stuff going on, and I'm hyped as fuck. I'm ready to see what Juliet has got planned. Obviously, I talked about it last episode. She's gonna have to learn to sort of be political, be secretive, be all those things, and still be as competent as she has proven herself to be. So I'm hyped to see how it goes. I do want to hop straight into it. You guys know me. I'm going to talk a lot throughout the episode, and I'm going to talk a lot at the end of the episode, so I want to hop straight into it. If you guys do like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon, and by now, I am already a very decent amount of episodes ahead. And finally, most importantly, if you enjoy the content, you enjoy my discussions or theories, or you like laughing at me make stupid theories, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. Let's get into episode 6. Cool ass tattoos. Oh shit. Spiral like the staircase? Have I never noticed that? I've never really looked at these fuckers' tattoos before.
Was this Trumbull guy judicial?
I'm not at liberty to...
If so, I'll need a different set. Maybe tomorrow we can come back and...
With the forgiveness holiday, it's
There are
gonna
other
be
ways
tough.
to this place?
Yeah, but Judge Meadows...
Sheriff, wait, hey, you sure you want to... Sheriff?
Hey,
Custodian? Janitor working for judicial secretly? Doesn't want them to let him into the building? Jesus, why? It seemed like you hated him. It seemed like Billings had a beef with Trumbull too, obviously, so...
You going there yet?
No. Anything in the front?
Not yet.
Again, I've been saying I've said it last episode. For some reason, I trust or like Billings. Like, I think that he's either being used by the bad guys or is a low-level worker of the bad guys.
What the heck is this?
Okay. Nice job.
What you got?
Honestly, I don't know. But,
I feel like...
we're gonna need a relics bag.
I think that he is still working with judicial. You know what I mean? Obviously. So I think that at some point he's going to come around, if that makes any sense.
But you, I guess.
That's Rizzy right
They
there.
call you Creepy George, right?
I thought they called him Computer George.
Out of the generator, it says, beware of
Okay,
Creepy
first
George.
off,
He is so
shut up.
creepy.
You would never allow generator graffiti.
Yeah, that's true.
And second, if you'd said creepy computer guy, I might have believed you. In fact, Creepy George, if he really is a thing, probably just another guy.
Totally.
Only friend? Like, I know I'm your only friend down here, but am I your only
It
friend?
seems like he doesn't have any close friends, but I feel like most people like him. He's a little distant, though.
I mean, if I gotta have one.
Let me tell you what, if I was Julia, I'd be with Computer George, too.
Want to risk going to prison or sent down to the mines for one of your strange toys? No.
We already broke into supply together, so you could have your precious tape.
No, some mechanical...
That was different. It was useful towards me.
You, sir, did nothing.
Hey.
No, you drew a map. A really shitty map. I did everything else by myself, including throwing bacon at dogs and running like
Damn.
crazy.
Waste of
But for
bacon
a
like
roll
that?
of tape.
George, that tape.
I was gonna say, I jokingly said, oh, it's selfish for me, but I'm sorry, she's saving the fucking entire silo.
These strange things you have here, they're just not worth risking a life for, especially when you don't even know what they are.
But they could be.
These things aren't worth risking our lives for. Why do they make it a risk to our lives to have them?
They're hiding something. They're obviously hiding something.
These were used by someone for something at some point as tools.
They're hoarding the Pez dispenser like it was some fucking important object. I love that.
It may not appear as valuable as a refurbished socket wrench.
That's not, they do know what time is, all right?
Romantic as flowers from the mid.
They might have already talked about, like, yeah, meet me at 4 o'clock or something like that, but...
It's everything.
Is it, when you get to a dystopian, you know what I mean, the closed-off section like this, you don't know what they believe in. If they don't know about stars and birds, do they know about time and the sun and all that?
World filled with a million unknowns. It is possible that this watch and crazy relics.
They fucking put a light Yagami. There's a secret hidden message in the watch.
Silo's biggest questions. Are you not going to ask me what the Silo's biggest question is?
Stop talking, please.
This seems very much like a haha funny. It'd be funny if the watch was important. Wink wink. Nudge nudge. Is it related to the mirror? What would watering flowers do? Is there like a secret? Oh, I don't know. Maybe if you like, maybe steam is put to the mirror, there's like a message in the mirror. Maybe.
Keeping an illegal relic beyond the 12-hour window from discovery to judicial handoff is a pretty serious crime, even for a sheriff.
How do you know it's illegal?
I know that I don't know.
Clause 75A11.
Oh shit! She's quoting the pact.
When the
identified relic is associated with a serious crime.
I'd say murder qualifies.
You read the next paragraph? That's only with judicial's approval.
Which means...
If you want a relics investigation, you have to see Judge Meadows.
I'm hearing that a lot. Why don't they just rip the pages?
Does she want a Relics investigation just so she can try to find shit that George has touched?
She'd pass to the office when I was at judicial, but these days, even when you win the pact competition, it's Sims who gives you the pin.
There's a competition for knowing the pact?
I won it 4 times, more than anyone else.
Of course you did, you fucking goober. Yeah, I mean, like, a part of me, like, I feel like they want me to think that Judicial and Meadows is evil, but I almost kind of think that Meadows knows a little bit more than everyone else, and she's trying to help keep it secret because if everyone knows, it would cause panic and outcry.
Trumbull's apartment. In the bathroom, sir.
I'd like to conduct a relics investigation as a way to identify possible offenders like Trumbull before they have a chance to act. Judge, the pact says that the gateway to disruptive criminal activity often starts with
unlicensed documents and relics.
It's like fucking relics are the weed of the, like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not really that bad, but everyone thinks it's the gateway to pure evil.
This didn't belong to Trumbull. I don't care where you found it.
Oh.
It isn't here.
Well, it was in his apartment.
You are aware we have files on every relic found within the last 140 years.
Yeah, but I looked into the database.
I wasn't saying we, meaning all of us. I mean we as in judicial. We have a far more extensive catalog of information.
Oh yeah, well the chair with the fucking sheriff.
In judicial, we know. I know. That particular item, despite being in your possession, is currently registered to a now deceased George Wilkins. A man who you claim was murdered.
Yeah, totally, man.
And Sheriff Becker made me realize that Wilkins' death was one of them. That is why I'd like to open this investigation, so that we can know those things that are not...
Good lie, good pivot.
Like the fact that your very close colleague, Douglas Trumbull, was a murderer.
Sheriff Nichols.
Judge, if I may.
You may. Let's wrap it up. I want to get home before I have to fight through a crowd.
I'm surprised that you've not been assassinated.
Relic's investigation is actually a smart play. Especially today with the forgiveness holiday, people will be more inclined to turn over items without facing legal jeopardy. So I'm fine with it, as long as you take Paul with you.
I was planning on it.
Judicial will be watching you everywhere you go, every level. Either his guys or the Whispering Friends of the Silo.
Whispering Friends of the Silo. Fucking cameras. Microphones. When is she gonna talk to her goddamn papa? Because the doctors know something. The doctors are involved somehow.
Fuck me. Who'd I kill this time?
I've got a relic question.
For someone at this address?
You coming out, or are we going in?
Who you got in there? Who you banging?
I don't know what Marge told you about me, but I'm a simple man. I paint walls. That's how I make my living. I don't deal illegal relics.
So who do I say about legal ones?
Couldn't say. I don't deal anymore. Especially things like that.
A watch?
A working watch. And who the fuck are you?
Hey.
The old guys at least had the decency to identify themselves.
I'm Deputy Billings and you Deputy
Like
Sheriff.
I give a fuck. I know what you're looking for me to do, okay? But I feel like no matter what I say or I don't say, you're gonna...
You're not getting arrested, my man.
The forgiveness holiday.
Bullshit. You don't arrest me now, you put my name on a list, probably put together by judicial face over here, and then what? One day, out of the blue, I'm just doing law-abiding shit.
Because you're just a simple man.
Exactly.
Totally.
You know what? Not even. Maybe there's just a sheriff with a crowbar and I'm yanked out of my place for something I didn't do. So no.
Sounds like the fucking current American government.
Sheriff, hey, all right. I need you and Holston Jr. to stop showing up here, okay?
Holston Jr. It's like another thing. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, judicial Sims know more. But do they know more to the point that they know, hey, this is a fucking stupid-ass pest dispenser? Or do they also think that it's like some weird... I gotta start fucking pausing these shits. Oh my god, imagine all the shit we got in here. We got a fucking devil worshipping corner. You got the radioactive signs on it and shit.
You know, while you're down here dreaming of your world beyond worlds.
Ew, you're the one that showed me this place.
Yeah. But I'm the one in mechanical keeping you dreamers alive.
That's so.
Yeah.
Is Juliet the only one who knows about this place, or do other mechanical people in her crew know about it? Did they, like, used to hang out?
This must have taken you hours.
Yeah. Hours, really? Was it that fucked up?
So...
I'm not sitting on this edge. The shit starts fucking rumbling.
What I'm trying to say is I fixed your watch for selfish reasons because I really like the way that I feel when I make
That's actually really cute. What the hell?
Hey, how'd you get it working?
I don't want to see these motherfuckers.
I made the right tools.
Cause he's dead.
Soon, baby.
They got cats. They got dogs. Oh yeah, no, you know, Julia talked about throwing bacon at dogs, but are they really, really rare?
Never thought I'd see that again.
Scared of people watching her?
That watch?
But I must say, I mean, again, if there are cameras and microphones and
Belongs
shit.
to my boyfriend.
If there were, oh damn. Used to know George? Well, used to know George. Pez. Oh my god, dude. They keep flying by all this shit. If I was judicial, or like if I was people watching these people and I saw that someone had walled off their apartment, I'm breaking that shit up. George, okay. So he knows. He knows she planted that shit.
Either of you know George, or is the watch just something you found?
No, I worked with him before I became sheriff.
In mechanical?
Yeah.
I can tell you fucked him.
Miss Jackson, are you...
Did George leave her for her?
He figured it would justify the purchases if Judicial looked into it. He had no one, so he used me to get them.
All legal items?
Was your relationship sanctioned?
George didn't do sanctioned relationships.
Shit, uh-oh.
And any fool would see he's not the type of guy you spend forever with.
Just a quick fling type of person? Oh, she can tell. She can tell she was with him.
I walk into a law enforcement agency and ask if the item I now possess is an illegal possession. Seems like I'm making it easy for them.
Did you see or hear from him after he went down to mechanical?
You ask a lot of questions.
You must be obsessed with George.
Sheriff, George went down to mechanical to explore what he called the big questions. Illegal questions. He got what he wanted from me. He didn't need me anymore, so he left.
Damn.
Probably in pursuit of
Damn,
someone
George.
down deep who could give him a hand.
What illegal questions are we talking about?
George seems sweet, but maybe he is. Maybe he was trying to get something out of Juliet or use Juliet for something because she knew about the...
George and those relics cost me a lot.
Maybe George just wanted to find the door and then get Juliet to open the door for him because she's adept with that sort of thing.
Thank you for your time.
Dude, Billings is so fucking awkward.
When he told you he loved you, did you believe him?
God damn, now I gotta go into fucking questioning George. I mean, I should have already been doing this, but...
Thank you.
He's so awkward and cringy, but cute, and like, I don't know, but he's work for the bad guy? Maybe the bad guy, maybe the good guy.
There, right? Her place like the junk room at recycling. And the smell of that cat food? You alright?
There was like blankets or shit like lined up on the wall, right? Damn, why did we get a zoom in of the small little buttonhole in her shirt? questioning the entire relationship. He seemed sweet. He seemed... But was he really just trying to use her?
There's an interview with a confidential informant that indicates the relic you brought in earlier was an illegal possession belonging to your colleague, George Wilkins.
Oh, what a coincidence. What a coinky dink.
A search was conducted of Wilkins' place before he died. In that search, they found nothing.
But last night, Wilkins' relic mysteriously appeared in Trumbull's apartment as a result of a search coordinated by you.
First time I ever saw that relic was last night in Trumbull's place, when Billings showed it to me.
Wait,
Sims, George and I were friends. Beyond
These vile accusations that you're throwing at me.
anything from him, especially something as ridiculous as that thing.
What you gonna do? Again, if they got... I'm scared that they have cameras and shit, like...
Question.
Are they gonna have friend of a silo for me?
The day Judicial searched George Wilkins' apartment, was Trumbull a member of the search team?
Man, the name of Judicial search team members are strictly confidential. You know that. I'm in no way required to reveal that information to the sheriff's department or the mayor's
But
office.
if Trumbull was on that search team, is it even slightly...
You see what I mean? He's trying to protect... He knows that Juliet's fucking lying, but he's protecting her now.
As far as everybody knows, Marnes and Johns died of heart issues brought on by walking the silo. Any further investigation might expose the truth, and that could prove destabilizing. I know not
Keep them like
everyone believes
sheep?
this, but I've found that some mysteries are...
Both of these characters, obviously, we've seen this janitorial stuff in Sims, and he obviously, Bernard, knows more than they're letting on. That's obvious. But... he's fucking trying to use us for some shit. He's trying to... And Billings is gonna call Juliet out.
George, did you plant that relic so I'd find it?
What? No!
He jailed or even sent to clean.
I wouldn't have let that happen.
You brought up my name with them. Just as soon as they came at you. Juliet, I have a family, a wife, a baby.
You seem so innocent for the role that they're forcing you to play.
And a deputy who lives by every letter of the pact can be annoying, but you have to be honest with me. Honest as if not only your life, but mine depended on it.
I'll try.
I'm so scared with these conversations because if they're listening and watching us, then they have to be listening to us now.
For the silo, and you can't commit to being honest with me?
So why wouldn't they use that if they are?
You want honesty?
I do.
Your hands shake. You have flashes of pain.
Sheriff.
Under pressure, you clench your hands so tight, I'm surprised your fingers don't fall off. You have the syndrome. And you're hiding it. So, deputy, living by the letter of the pact, you know it's a crime what you're doing, not reporting yourself.
The syndrome? What the fuck is a syndrome?
You're in no way qualified to be in a position of authority.
And, like, you have to reveal it?
To detain criminals, to even be a deputy in this department.
I gotta talk about the syndrome at the end of the...
I only asked you to be honest, and if you weren't gonna be, to let me know rather than set me up to take the fall. You know, everybody here in the office says the reason why Holston and Marnes were a great team was because they looked out for each other.
Great team. Apparently Marnes wasn't good at his job, to be quite honest. But I get it. I gotta talk about the syndrome. What the fuck is a syndrome? Like, it's like you have to turn yourself in too, or like what is it? Again, I don't know of anything that makes you shake other than Parkinson's, but are they purposefully infecting people? Is it like an experiment going wrong? And they're trying to contain it? Here's our one per episode Lucas scene. I feel like you're... Not only is he doing this constellation shit, but he's fishing for something. He's trying to contact.
It was going to be cloudy this evening, so
You came up anyway?
I wanted to talk to you, baby.
I came to see you.
I think, like, not like some, like, evil way, but I feel like he's heard of Juliet or knows something of Juliet and is trying to connect with her or help her or...
Okay, well, you're still smiling, so...
Like, maybe he was fucking friends with George and, like, a rebellion of some sort.
Honey? Who's here?
Oh, this is...
Oh my goodness.
I like him a lot. Does she know about him having the syndrome? I must say, anytime someone in the history of my life says syndrome, I immediately think of Syndrome from Incredibles.
Sit down.
Oh, that's heartbreaking.
Honey, please sit.
But again, I'm kind of... The thing that I'm really wondering and questioning is if people are being watched or listened to or being recorded, and stuff like keeping the syndrome secret is a problem.
She had you with her all day.
Why is it not? Why don't people like come get him, or you know what I mean?
See any signs in Claire?
It's fucking hereditary.
That way.
Okay.
Just because you have it doesn't mean she will.
But I worry.
I know.
What the fuck is it? What is the syndrome? I'm not fucking good at this shit.
Let's just worry about getting you fixed up.
Can you fix it? Is it curable? Fix it for the time being.
I can't imagine life in the silo if I was all by myself.
No. I'm scared that one of them are gonna die. Cause it's silo and we can't have any happiness or relationship. So that would be too hopeful.
What's outside? What's beyond what the sensor can see?
What's behind the secret door? Damn, we got 2 secret doors in the show?
In here. How much time do we have left?
I got goosebumps. Maybe the door that the schematics have shown at the bottom is actually the same as the janitorial door.
Walk.
Does she really not leave this room, or like, does she like wander down the hallway at all?
In the morning, I'm gonna do what you said. I'm gonna turn in the badge and resign.
Fishing?
So did you figure out what happened?
No, couldn't give a fuck.
Do I really believe
Turns
her?
out the person I was doing it for wasn't worth the trip, so.
I don't know. He kind of seemed rizzy.
For him, or because it was the right thing to do? I mean, shit, the man's dead. He didn't ask you to go up there.
It's a waste of time.
Time. You got no concept of time.
I feel like she also knows a lot more too. I don't know.
You got a whole lot more ahead of you than behind. Time to you is just an idea. To me, it's years. It's been trapped behind a closed door. With
Trapped?
memories. All your friends and loved ones.
Are you legally required to stay in the room?
Seconds have become years.
He's not the person I thought he was.
Who cares? We still got this mystery.
See, I don't know what happened, but when you left here, love had you trying to do the right thing. And now anger is making you give up.
Oh my, I got goosebumps. Why is she so fucking
Fear is
motivational?
to me.
What happened to your past? It's obviously related to John's, but...
You're welcome to come here and join me. Or you can stay where you are. Let go of whatever it is you're wrestling with. And finish the job.
Yes, I'd follow her into war, man. She could manipulate and convince me to do anything she wanted.
You're gonna be honest with me this time.
What was I before?
You're the confidential informant, the rat who gave up George. You're the one who told Judicial about the hard drive. It's because of you George is dead. Regina!
Just give me a second,
Give you
all
a
right?
second?
You come to my door and you accuse me of betrayal.
You told Judicial about George.
No, not them.
No?
Judicial come during the day. They ask the easy questions. But the man who knows everything.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're scaring me. Oh, that's...
One night I wake up and there is a man in my bedroom. I can't see anything. The lamp's been unplugged and he tells me to not move. He wants me to tell him everything, to give up everybody, not just George. And for every one question I wouldn't...
She's dead for this.
I loved 2 people I loved. My friends.
Oh my god.
If I left the apartment, he'd turn up at night, at the foot of my bed in the darkness, and he would recite the names of everyone that I had talked to that day. Everyone I had talked to. If I had visitors. Look.
Cameras, mics.
I don't know if it works. Even with them, he may hear every
Who is he? Regina, who are you talking about?
They know how to They know what you fear.
Jesus Christ, you scaring me here. And it's not judicial? Is Sims? I don't know if it's
name I
Sims.
gave that man was another day she didn't have to spend in the mines. So yeah, I gave up the names of every relic dealer I knew.
Are they still fucking coming at you? Or did you give up everyone?
Hopefully they all know so they'll stay away from me.
If you cared for George.
He only cared about himself.
Hey, George is dead because you gave up his name.
He is dead because he didn't give up the hard drive.
Fucking hard drive. Regina, what's
Don't
on the
ask.
hard drive?
Do not ask that fucking question.
He never really cared about me.
But maybe he cared about you.
He used me to get it for him. Probably did the same to you, pretending to love you to get what he wanted.
I don't know! Probably, but...
I'm sure the hard drive's been destroyed, so I don't think they're gonna destroy
Oh, Jesus, Juliet!
What did George give up for the hard drive? You said he gave you something. What is it?
It's everything. I don't think they know it exists. They search and toss my place. They look under the mat. But they just toss.
That's a good-ass hiding spot!
Is a gift from George's mother. Given to him by his Aunt Gloria.
Gloria?
Is passed down and hidden for generations.
Is this before the rebellion?
It's before the silo. Before there was a reason.
Oh, shit! Stop it. Don't fucking lie to me. Let me see it. Give it to me. Hand it over. I'm afraid to have this in my possession.
When you see what you'll see, don't speak it out loud.
Fucking show me! Show me!
We'll get you killed.
Damn, you were walking with that out in the open? I put that shit down my pants or something? In my stomach? I don't know. In my stomach, I would eat it. Again, I'm still so scared that there's I've been saying it the whole episode, cameras or microphones, but I don't know, do they pick and choose when to fucking use them? Or... Fucking show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me. I need it, I need it, I need it. Georgia, the secret behind it all. Are we in Georgia? Are we in Atlanta? Is it just something from the way, way, way before times, or is there actually something in there that's like... Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Like, just looking at the fucking sky, it's so beautiful and foreign to them, you know what I mean? I don't like this camera shot, man. Nah, it's a camera, bro. It's a camera! This is a camera! I told y'all. But why don't they, like, is there cameras everywhere? Like, do they pick and choose when to do this shit?
Wake him up.
Sims?
It's the middle of the night.
I know. But he has to see this.
Is this behind the janitorial door? Or is this Bernard? Maybe this is Bernard? Maybe it's Bernard and they are gonna wake him up and Bernard is going to tell her to throw that shit away because he's using her for something. I don't know. Okay. There's so much shit. There's so much fucking shit that I want to talk about, but I don't know. So, the first thing I want to talk about, and it's just, again, that sort of shell thing. I don't know what kind of shell. I don't know if I need to know what kind of shell. I only know of a Nautilus shell from Minecraft. So I don't know if that plays a part at all. Like the importance of the specific type of shell. I don't know if it's symbolic of something. But obviously George had the, is it George? Yeah, George had the tattoo. That spiral, again, it looks very similar to the staircase. I don't think that that's a direct connection. I think that's sort of a symbolic, like, you know what I mean? Like a parallel, if that makes any sense. But I'm also, the thing again, I don't really like to look at the opening. I don't look at it at all. Like, I don't want to be spoiled on any little specific detail, but I can obviously, just telling by the first couple times I watched it, I could tell it was very symbolic. It had a couple hidden messages. The only one that I might have picked up on is the fact that the staircase, it looked like a DNA strand. So, I don't, again, it's the same thing in line with the shell that I was talking about. And the shell, it's not a direct connection to the silo staircase, but it's like a parallel. I'm wondering if that the DNA strand-like nature of it is a parallel, or it's an actual, like I made predictions in the first couple episodes, like a science experiment, like a, you know what I mean, like a the ideas that I'm even thinking of, to me, they don't make sense, because it's like a weird. I was thinking maybe like some sort of like birthing, like a monster like situation, the anime monster, like a monster situation where they're like breeding people to get like certain traits or something like that, and that would connect it with DNA strand or whatever, or I don't know, because also as the episodes continue more and more, there seems to be more and more focus on this syndrome, this weird syndrome, which I don't have. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if the syndrome is newer. I don't know if it's been there forever. You know what I mean? It's another, again, like I guess I'm thinking about it. You know, just talking about like there are cameras, there are well, I don't know if there's microphones. There's 100% cameras. And it seemed like fucking every goddamn, you know what I mean? There was a lot of cameras. I would assume that not literally every single fucking room is, well, that's a thing too, that, and maybe, well, I'm thinking about Holston too, because Holston put the flowers in front of the mirror, and then also the one secret thing he held, George's file, he hid it away from the mirror, like near the vent, so they couldn't tell. So I again, 100%. That's what I like about the show. I feel like this show is a sort of, we're following Holston and Allison and shit, and George and George's ancestors. We're following their path and how they found out things. So Holston knew that there was a mirror there, obviously. I don't know. He obviously put it in a spot that she wouldn't immediately get fucking arrested for having shit hidden in a vent. But I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I don't know. Going into these surveillance, you know what I mean? And this should look advanced. It looked advanced. It did not look like regular fucking silo level technology. It looked really advanced. Not necessarily saying like modern time. Oh, maybe modern. I don't know. I don't know what times we're talking about. I don't know what modern and old mean in this world. But we're 100. I already knew the minute the Pez dispenser was introduced, but we're 100%, you know, in America. We're 100%, you know what I mean? It's real life, real Earth. I don't know this him. Again, my three immediate candidates for who this him, wake up this him. Sorry, there's a fly. For who this him could be, it's obviously Sims. And again, going into the way that I felt the first couple episodes, I felt like Sims, you know what I mean? Like, it felt too obvious that he was the big bad or evil or something like that. So I kind of don't want to believe it's Sims. I could see Bernard, because Bernard feels like he knows a lot more. Bernard seems like he's protecting Juliet. And the reason, I mean, they've got, these people who are watching have Juliet on camera with the thing that should get her killed. You know what I mean? So if it was fucking Sims, what, is Juliet going to go into hiding for the next fucking, you know what I mean? Like, is Juliet going to be running from everyone? I mean, sure, but because Sims doesn't need Juliet. Sims doesn't like Juliet. Sims would kill Juliet, you know what I mean, without a second thought, I would feel. Whereas Bernard feels like he is using Juliet for something, can use Juliet, is protecting her, is keeping her as an ally. So if that mysterious him who these guys are talking about is Bernard, Bernard could wipe this, or you know what I mean. He could find a way to get it so she wouldn't be immediately killed. The third option is obviously it's a cop out, whatever. It could be someone who I've never met before, or the fourth option could be someone who. It could be someone who I think is a minor character and is actually major. Someone like fucking Lucas. Jesus Christ. I love when you get to these, I get to these points when in Severance and Lost, and you know what I mean, where you really just start fucking going, the theories go off the deep end, and you start like grasping at straws and panicking, and I love it. I love that shit. But yeah, I'm interested in that. Because another thing too that I'm now wondering if the shit that Sims is doing, this janitorial stuff, like it doesn't. Is it sanctioned by not? I don't want to say sanctioned, but like judicial. Like it almost feels like Sims is more important than Meadows. You know what I mean? Like she has more power. In that conversation, like anytime they were talking, like Meadows kept looking over to Sims, almost like, as if she was like seeing, like, hey, what do I do? What should I say? How do I act? How do I react? So I'm wondering if like judicial. Well, first of all, I feel like that with the way that Meadows is acting, where it's like she's sick too. Maybe she has this syndrome as well. Maybe, or either that she's getting poisoned. I'm so interested in this syndrome. You know what I mean? It really kind of feels like Meadows is like a front, not a front. What's the right word? Like a false leader. You know, like a poster boy. I forget the exact word that I'm supposed to use. But it almost feels like Sims has the real power and is using Meadows as like a way to divert any attention away from him, so that he can operate in his own little land. And he does have the secret janitorial room, which I would assume, and again, we now know with 100% certainty that there is high-tech surveillance. My first prediction when we learned about this janitorial room last episode, I believe, was that, it was some sort of surveillance-like system with the way he opened that door. But I don't know. It's another thing, too, that I'm just thinking about. If Meadows is actually sick with the syndrome, maybe it's some sort of like blackmail, like, you know what I mean? So we're sort of, and well, actually, maybe the blackmail kind of fits more for Billings. Maybe because I'll repeat it, and I said it since he was first introduced. I really like Billings. I really trust him. I think he's innocent. I've said that he's working with Judicial and Sims. He's doing things for them, but I feel like he has a good conscience, and he will try to fight for good at the end of the day, when he sort of can guarantee some of his family's safety. Because I don't know, and I'm also, this mysterious figure that comes at the night. I would assume that figure is the same person that those people that were recording, or they were watching the cameras. We're talking about waking him up. So again, I don't know. Because, again, the reason I don't think it... But Sims is behind the store with the surveillance. Maybe it is Sims. But again, I'll repeat. Sims feels like the most obvious choice. They built on, him. Maybe it's not Sims. Maybe it's Bernard. Maybe it's someone else. I don't know. I do not fucking know, man. Real quick. The Martha stuff. I was talking about, like, I didn't recognize the woman. It's... Carla, I believe I have it written down. Carla or Katie, something. It's I gotta talk. I gotta talk about that real quick. I believe it was Carla or something like that. Yeah, Carla, right next to her fucking Martha's name. She had an ex-wife, so I don't think we've heard of that I don't think we've heard of that ex-wife being killed. I don't want anyone to think this is racist and like, you're just connecting the only two black women, in the show. I don't know if Carla is like, it's Carla Weathers? Yeah, I don't know if I know Weathers' first name. Let me find... Why do I say Weather? Meadows. Jesus, I say Weathers for the whole episode? I don't know. Meadows. I don't know if it's like Carla Meadows. And again, I don't want anyone to think, I'm fucking racist. I'm trying to connect some shit here. I don't know if the ex-wife is dead, or we'll see her in the... And it's another thing, too, with this stuff with, Regina. She's been sort of scared. It doesn't seem like she leaves the room. I would assume that Martha isn't in the same boat. You know what I mean? Because she's already doing some illegal act. That's the thing that I'm really questioning here. I'll get to that in a second. Sorry, I need to write that down so I don't forget to talk about it. Regina, and like she's scared to not leave the room. It feels like, or well, I don't know. I kind of got the vibe that she was like a hermit, almost alike to a Martha, but I don't know if it's for the same reason. Because Martha doesn't feel scared. She talked about like didn't want to leave because of her memories or like fear, something like that. She's haunted by something. It seems. I don't know if it was because she was threatened or I don't know. But going into the surveillance, the thing that I'm confused about and I'm questioning, and I don't know. I want there to be an answer to this because if there's not, this would be the only hint towards bad writing. If this makes any sense. But there seem to be so many fucking cameras there, and like I said earlier with the Holston stuff and Holston's room, there only seems there's one camera per room. It seemed like, so there's obviously blind spots all across the facility, but nobody knows that there's cameras. Well, people do know that there's cameras. I'm questioning if, because there's like a growing, like, I don't want to say cult, like a growing like conspiracy theory fear of people who think they're being recorded or filmed. I don't know if it's because someone found actual evidence and it spread, or they, you know what I mean? Because also I feel like if someone accidentally if someone finds a camera, the people that are watching are immediately going to notify, hey, red alert, someone's watching. Or someone found our camera, so. But my question is, I seem like a lot of things have happened that should have been caught on recording. You know what I mean? Like secret conversations or this or that, and they haven't been caught and they haven't, you know what I mean? Like there's been no punishment thrown down. So I'm a little iffy on that. I would want a little bit more of a detailed explanation as to why people haven't been thrown up or locked up because of that. Like I'm not saying it's like the worst writing in the world, but it's like feels like one of those things like I don't know about that. I'm still wondering about this goddamn syndrome, man. What would be like? Is it like a sunlight deficiency, sort of? Like what is it? I try to look this up. Can you? I'm gonna look up this sunlight deficiency make you shake. Does sunlight deficiency make you shake? Yeah, that's a yes. Vitamin D, that said. Look at me, I'm not the healthiest person. I need help with the fucking vitamins and shit. But it said a lack of vitamin D can make you shake. I don't know if it was major or minor or whatever, but it doesn't. The syndrome, it just kind of feels like they shake and they sweat a lot, and you know what I mean? They have it like anxiety or panic attack or something like that. So I don't know. Oh, what I think I either began to mention this or forgot to mention it, or I thought it in my head. But talking about Billings, maybe the reason that because again, he seems like a good, decent guy. Maybe he is being blackmailed or controlled or manipulated by Sims because of him having the syndrome. I don't know, because that's the thing that I'm questioning too, and I obviously. Billings has connections to judicial, so maybe they turn off judicial's the cameras pointing to people who work at judicial, and maybe they can live a little bit more in secret. But I feel like I don't know, because that's another thing too. Like, is everything? Well, I'm sorry, my conversation is going all over the place. I don't even know what these people behind the cameras. What do I call them? Fucking camera people. Surveillance. I'll call them the surveillance team. Again, this mysterious him that they're sorry. Let me slow this down a little bit. I'm panicking a little bit. The people that the guy that is sent to I don't want to send the person who goes to Regina's house and to threaten her. She is under the assumption that it is not connected to judicial whatsoever. It seems like so much higher than judicial. Okay, I would then be led to believe that person is connected to the surveillance team, and I would also be led to believe that, like, so that person is one and the same. The people that they're waking up and the people that they send to threaten people is the same person. So but it also felt like it was building it up, the way that it was shot, and the way that it was, you know what I mean, the way that everything is going. I feel like it wanted me to believe that it would be Sims, but to me, I feel like Sims would be the only person that is knocked off the list. Realistically, so it's either going to be Bernard, it's going to be someone who I don't know, it's going to be a smaller character who's actually has a more major role, who's been secretly watching or keeping an eye on Juliet or the other main characters or anything like that. Damn, damn it, man. I write down parts of what I want to say and then I forget the other fucking halves and shit. What I'm trying to say is these people who are on the surveillance team seem very like, so again, someone like Meadows. And again, I feel like Sims is more important than Meadows. I feel like it's like a puppet king, if that makes any sense. I would think that, here's my theory. I would think that there is some sort of experiment or, you know what I mean, something like that. So, like these people, they could be on like another location, like an outside sort of situation, like a remote surveillance place. I feel like they're the ones in charge. They're the ones controlling all this. They're doing the evil, keeping people down in this place sort of thing. And Judicial is the people who enforce that. They don't necessarily know what's going on. I would assume that 99.99999% of even Judicial don't know about the people that are being watched. Like, they don't even know that they're being watched too. But their job is to make sure that the sheep of the place are controlled, if that makes any sense. But in that regard, I would assume that, again, if, and I made this prediction for a while, you know what I mean? It's not something like new or anything. I just didn't have the context. Judicial is doing evil things, but they don't know the full scale of what they're doing. They're being ordered by someone above them. In a scenario like that, there would have to be a middleman, or at least one middleman. There would probably be multiple, but I would maybe be led to believe that, okay, I'm going to say that Sims is the middleman. Again, I don't even know if Sims knows what's going on. I don't even know if he knows about surveillance. I don't know about any of that, okay? I don't know what Sims knows. I think that Sims goes into that janitorial room, and it is a communication way with the people who are watching. Okay? It is, someone gives him orders through like a microphone, or you know what I mean, like a something like that. Maybe like I don't know, something like a one-way microphone or something. He gives out orders. Sims goes and does them, and the orders or the hints or the pieces of evidence that is given to Sims through that microphone is the friends of the silo. So the people who are watching, they find out all the illegal information. They, you know what I mean? They make sure they want everyone to be as sheep-like as possible. They want, you know what I mean? They want everyone to be controlled so tightly. They pass along that information to Sims, and then Sims passes it along to the rest of Judicial, so the Judicial can keep everyone in line. That would be my prediction. Another thing I just thought of real quick. It's kind of weird. The fucking these people who aren't on the surveillance team are fucking watching these people get it on. You know what I mean? And that's how they know that people are like good, or you know, good for children or anything like that, because they're watching them their entire fucking lives. I got so many goddamn questions, man. I have so many fucking questions. I think I gotta end it. I could talk for probably another 20 minutes, but I don't want to make this video be fucking 8 hours long. So I think I'm going to end it here. I'm very excited to watch the next episode. What we got? 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 4 more episodes left of the season. This show's been great. Like, I love the mysteries. I love the questions. I love all that. Oh, real quick, there was something I wanted to say about Juliet. I like Juliet. She's the classic like main character who, you know, she's going on a journey of self-discovery. Like, not only, you know what I mean, is she going to like have to find out mysteries, but she's also gonna have to learn about herself and, you know, all that sort of stuff. So I like the little internal struggle with George. Again, I'm easily manipulated. Like, George to me seemed like a good guy. Obviously this episode kind of throws a wrench into some of that. But also he is very much, oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Sorry, I'm gaining more topics to talk about as I talk more. Again, George obviously did use Regina. You know, that's almost like a fact. But at the same time, I don't know if that necessarily means that he was trying to use Juliet. Now, my immediate reaction would be if she's so good with mechanics and all that, maybe George was trying to find a way to find a door and going to use Juliet to open it. Or, you know, drill a way out or something like that. My immediate gut reaction with that, though, would be that George was using Juliet, but also did actually fall in love with her. Unless he's the greatest fucking manipulator of all time. I feel like it's both. It's a double-edged sword, if that makes any sense. What I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if I want to look this up or whatever, but I feel like the show has given me like 3 different fucking Glorias. I don't know if they're the same Gloria. Like, I have the name Gloria written down 3 different times, and I don't know if each separate time I've been not paying attention and I've been writing it down as a new character, or I'm just missing it out on anything. But I don't know. I need to pay more attention to that. That is on me. That's really on me. Because I don't know if it's like some coincidence or the same Gloria keeps popping up and it's a connected character. I don't know. I do not know. But again, I think that's going to be it. I forget what I was saying when I was originally talking about the fact that that was it, and then I got interrupted by my thoughts about Juliet. But to me, you know, in a mystery box show, the mysteries are important. Like, there's no question about that. Like, the questions and the this and what's going on. That's obviously the thing that really sucks you in. But the thing that keeps you there, in my opinion, is the characters. And to me, I really like Juliet. I like Billings. Other than that, I think that literally all the other characters are shrouded in so much mystery that it's hard to like someone like Sims or Bernard. You know what I mean? Like, I don't necessarily say I care about them because I don't know whether to trust them or not. So those type of characters, I'm gonna have to wait a little bit longer for me to actually get the full trust from me. But I don't know, man. I do not know. For me, I think that Juliet and now Billings, they're 2 characters who can carry the show emotionally for me, if that makes any sense. And also, we have to get the dad involved somehow. So I want to see more Ian Glenn. I did after I finished. Well, not like directly after I finished, but like in between, I was like, I've seen Game of Thrones so many times. I love him as an actor, but I never know how to pronounce his name. It's Ian Glenn. So I got it right now. But other than that, I think that's going to be it. I've been yapping for way too long. If you guys like the video, please drop a like and leave a comment. It really helps me out. I've got the full-length reactions up on Patreon. By now, I am already a very decent amount of episodes ahead. So if you're interested in that, go check out the YouTube comments. It'll say the exact episode I'm currently on. And most importantly, if you enjoy the content that I make for the channel, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Again, it really does help me out. I'll see you guys next week. You guys have a good one.